Dear student, welcome to our channel K.B.S.A Study Home. I am Saimul Islam, subject mathematics, class 9-10, exercise 11.1, algebraic ratio and proportion. I will discuss today all types of basic of this chapter. Let's go for basic. First, ratio. Ratio is the similar of fraction and ratio, because this one is similar. Fraction, we can write it numerator and by denominator. We can write it ratio, antecedent colon consequent. Example please. 5 by 6. 5 is numerator, 6 is denominator. If we write it ratio 5 colon 6, 5 is antecedent, 6 is consequent. If you write it this system, it's called fraction. If we write it this system, it is called ratio. Numerator will be antecedent, denominator will be consequent. 5 by 6 like 5 colon 6. Okay, that system we can write it ratio. Now we will be know proportion. Proportion. Let's go now. We can take two triangle X, Y, Z, another one P, Q, R. Height is H, similar height both H. Base A, base B. Triangle X, Y, Z, area of we know base into height. Triangle PQR, area half base into height. If we write it like fraction, triangle XYZ, triangle PQR is equal to area of triangle XYZ divided by area of triangle PQR. 2 divided by BH, we can cut it A by B. This one is fractional system, we can write it ratio X, Y, Z, triangle PQR, we can write it A colon B. We know the area of XYZ ratio area of PQR is equal to adjacent ratio adjacent or base ratio base. Okay, this one system is called is proportion. Continue proportion. We will be know now continued proportion. Continue proportion A, B, C will be continued proportion if B square is equal to AC. Let A colon B is equal to B colon C. We can write it or A by B is equal to B by C. We can cross multiply A square is equal to AC. So we can say A, B and C continue proportion. Now we will be know convert of ratio. Convert of ratio. First, in inverse tendo. Inverse tendo. A colon B is equal to C colon D. We can write it A by B is equal to C by D, or AD is equal to BC, or AD by AC, BC by AC. We can divide it both sides by AC. D by C, B by A, or B by A, D by C. B colon A, D colon C. Let's go. This one is antecedent, this one is consequent. We can write it consequent will be antecedent, antecedent will be consequent. You can see this one is antecedent, here will be antecedent B. B is consequent, okay? Consequent will be antecedent, antecedent will be consequent. This system we can write it, it's called invertendo. Now we will be know alternando. Okay, A colon B is equal to C colon D. We can write it A by B is equal to C by D, or AD is equal to BC. We can divide it DC. AC by BD. A colon C, we can write it B colon D. And both side, first here both side divided by DC. Okay, DD cross A by C, CC cross B by D. We can write it A colon C is equal to B colon C. You can follow antecedent C, antecedent C. Both antecedent will be here first, right, and consequent and consequent, antecedent, antecedent, consequent, consequent. You can see consequent, consequent will be same system. We can write it this antecedent and antecedent, consequent and consequent to use ratio. It's called alternando. Now we will be know componendo. Componendo. We can write it A colon B, C colon D, or we write it A by B is equal to C by D, or A plus B by B is equal to C plus D by D. We know fraction. Fraction numerator divided by denominator. We write first numerator plus denominator divided by denominator. These systems we can write it, it's called componendo. Numerator must be right first plus denominator divided by denominator. This formula you can follow this, it is called componendo. Next we will be know dividendo. Dividendo. We can write it a colon b, c colon d, a by b, c by d, or a minus b divided by b is equal to c minus d divided by d. This system we can write it dividendo, fraction, numerator, denominator, okay, numerator minus denominator divided by denominator. Okay, we can write it this format: numerator minus denominator divided by denominator. This system we can call it dividendo. Next one, componendo dividendo. We can write it both componendo and dividendo. Let's a colon b is equal to c colon d, or we can write it a by b is equal to c by d. We can write it a plus b divided by a minus b, c plus d divided by c minus d. Okay, fraction, numerator, denominator. We can write it numerator first, nominator plus denominator divided by nominator minus denominator. Okay, if you write it numerator by denominator, numerator plus denominator, numerator minus denominator, we can write it this format. It's called componendo and dividendo both. Okay guys, I think you will be do practice in your copy and subscribe my channel. If you help me how take my class, then I will arrange another class. Okay, everybody like, comments and subscribe my channel. Thank you all.